I don't know. I go with the Jets. Think that was yesterday. I go with the Jets. Fuck it. Still be playing with you and them on 2K? Mm.
We are just about 9 miles from downtown Manhattan as EA Sports brings you to MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford. Coming up, we've got a good matchup on tap between the New York Giants and their inner-city rivals, the New York Jets. Here's the punter, Braden Mann, set to do the honors, and we are underway at MetLife Stadium. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone.
All right, Jets.
So
Jets. That's how the chants go. J-E-T-S. Do they? Do they? Or are you just lying? You just saying that because you got them? Like I said, they decent. Mm. Oh, shit. So much. But they got so much pass rush. Like, too much. Like, it's just. Sheesh. Okay, we like that. We like that look for you. We like that for you. Um, this nigga's at 85 already. Sheesh. South Skadna. Yeah. This nigga's first name is really Sauce, bro. Hey, yo. Like, the nigga on the thing, on the coast. I didn't even know he changed his name. Nigga on Leonard, yeah, he's not there. How the fuck you get Shaq from how you got, like, that shouldn't even make sense. All right, you ready? Oh. All right. JETSSS.
At the 25. They'll start out on the ground. It's Saquon Barkley. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down.
Not a huge carry there on first down, but not all of them will be. But still, all in all, a positive play for the offense. It's all about picking up at least a few to set up what you're going to do here on second down.
And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. He lost 4 there, and it's third down.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Three and out, a real danger here on their opening drive as they come up on a 3rd and 12. They'll go to Barkley again. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down. So opening drive, 3 straight runs, unable to pick up the first.
I know the fans want to see first downs, but guess what? The coaches have reasons for what they're doing. Sometimes they've scripted it, and some of these runs, while they haven't been successful now, they may be successful later on.
Good blocking there, nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return. And the Jets will take over. Giants will stop play as they take a timeout defensively. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Good starting position for the Jets as they come up 1st and 10 at their 36-yard line. Now Hall to start the drive to about the 40-yard line.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. He wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Hall again on 2nd down. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 45. Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a 3rd and about 2.
Back-to-back 4-yard runs. Now look, if they just do that all the way downfield, ball ends up in the end zone, but that's a little difficult to do.
Yeah, I think now 3rd and 2, that defense ready to stiffen up and stop that run. Robinson will try to pick it up. Well, they needed 2. They could only get 1. 4th down.
Well, they picked up a portion of it, but not all that they needed. Now that leads to a decision on 4th and 1. Let's see what they decide to do.
They're going on 4th down. It's Wilson. And he fumbled it. It's on the ground. A big roll of the dice on 4th and 1, but it Pays off. They convert.
Much like a running back going through the line, quarterbacks have to be aware of protecting the football as well. He left it exposed that time, wound up having it knocked free, but fortunately, had an alert teammate who was able to get it.
Was it a great play?
Throwing now, Wilson on first down. He finds his man, complete. That's Wilson.
Okay.
And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line. On first and 10, it's Wilson.
Shit. And they got off that
Giant
pass.
rush gets home as down he goes. And the job
Yeah,
becomes
what the
twice
fuck
as
is going
difficult
on
now
here?
after the sack. It's 2nd and 20. Here's Wilson.
Good play.
Now this is intercepted. He was trying to get it to Davis. And he will bring it back. It's a pick six and a Giants touchdown.
That was a good play by you.
Offense, it looked like that drive had the makings of something good. They were starting to hit a groove, but the defense clearly had other ideas, not only to force the turnover, but to handle the scoring themselves.
Yeah, no panic in their eyes, was their partner? Think about it this way. A Hall of Fame coach once told me the best characteristic he liked out of his teams was that they didn't flinch.
We're going to keep it sane.
Back in an early series, kept their composure,
Mistakes.
and made a big play. They swung the momentum their way.
The Jets offense ready to go in this Battle of New York. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick six, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick six and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Here's Wilson.
Yep. Half an appearance?
And he's taken down. Dexter
That's
Lawrence able to bust
interference.
free and get to the quarterback. Not the start to this one that any quarterback would want or envision. Remember, he had the pick six, and here he ends up on his backside.
And you have to wonder to yourself, okay, after throwing the pick six, did he get too careful with the football and not deliver downfield and take that sack? They've got to make sure that he's really into this game.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
Yo.
It's a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
I can't make this shit
Okay, here in these
up,
first two drives, but this one's going to again amount to nothing. They've got to start dialing up some plays that allow them to finish drives with points.
Now the Jets send on Braden Mann to punt. On the return, Jackson. And a big gain that time. He's out of bounds on what will be the final play of this first quarter. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And they got themselves a 7-0 lead here, but that, you recall, was a defensive touchdown, so still nothing as of yet for this offense.
Well, they're happy to have the lead. We got to cut them a little bit of slack. It's still early enough, just a couple of drives so far, but if this one goes nowhere, those adjustments that we talk about, they shouldn't wait for halftime. They should go ahead and start working on them right now.
And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. Now Jones.
How'd he get in front?
The middle, and there's a diving catch. It's a Giant first down on a gain of 16.
And not all spectacular catches are the result of a pass that maybe was not thrown quite right. Sometimes it's thrown in the perfect spot, and you have to just go get it. And he did that right there.
No fear there in the middle of the field. A first down carry for Barkley. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
They suspected it was a power play up the middle coming at them, and boy, were they right. That defense got downhill in a hurry and limited them to just a couple on first down.
And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
Throwing Jones. He wants it all for the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Oh, he left that one in a bad spot, but fortunately it's just an incompletion and not picked to bring up 4th down.
There is something to a game plan with trying to keep a defense honest. With a guy with that type of speed, you do so. Send him deep, try and throw some air under it, and hope you connect downfield. On that play, they were unsuccessful.
On 4th down, Jones. Now a diving effort right sideline. He's got it. And with the rules as touchy as they can be, it's so hard to complete a diving catch in the end zone. But he just did it pretty well.
Oh, who the fuck is that guarding
his
him?
body, his hands, everything underneath and around the football without it hitting the ground and causing some doubt in the minds of the people who have to look at this and possibly review it. What a tremendous effort and a great catch.
And this will be a touchback. Berrios deciding not to bring it out. The Jets offense ready to go in this Battle of New York. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still set. Laying out is Davis, and he's got the football. Wilson on the hook up to Davis. 1st down, Jets.
When you're a player of his stature, you don't just circle the games on your team's calendar. You
circle the Pro Bowl?
Without a doubt. That's a game that you just figure you're going to be in each and every year. And it's because of catches like that. That's why he goes.
They'll throw on 1st down with Wilson. Yeah, he'll find Hall. And getting this just shy of midfield. They'll spot it at the 49. Two minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0. On 1st down, Wilson. Open man here is Conklin. And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Yeah.
One that's intercepted. Picked off by Aaron Robinson. And the Giants are going to have it here just past the 25.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
The other New York offense getting ready for their next drive. And now consider the lead. The question is, how much is good enough? Are you going for more?
It's the NFL. There's never enough, I believe, because they get reeled in all the time when you sit on the ball. I think that they will try and move the ball downfield and try and squeeze a few more points out of this first half. They'll be careful. They'll be a little bit cautious at times, but also they will attack downfield and try and get in position for at least 3 points.
Second down, here's Barkley again. And nowhere to run on the interior of that defense. offensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage. On third down, Barkley.
Yo.
Oh, he's got a little daylight. And now off to the races down the right side.
Yeah.
Touchdown,
Yeah.
Giants.
This nigga getting everything, bro. Everything in the world is
72 yards. And the Giants will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Extra point try good by Gano. And it's now 21-0. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Jets offense ready to go in this battle of New York. I don't think they need to be reminded of the situation here. I mean, the clock is dwindling. 3-score deficit waiting for them at halftime unless they can get something on the board here before intermission. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. He finds Wilson. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Wilson.
Oh, shit.
A quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
Well, this defense is certainly organized and playing off of each other because the rush is providing pressure and the coverage is forcing incompletions and capitalizing on mistakes. When you get every level on defense hitting at once, you get first half scores just like this one.
Again on 2nd and 10, it's Wilson. And this all incomplete. He tried to check it down to his running back and nearly had the ball picked. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. To throw again is Wilson.
Look at yeah.
And for the 3rd time here in this half,
What the fuck?
Picked up by Fabian Moreau. And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 and a Giants touchdown. Gano for the extra point. It's good, and they stretch their lead to 28-0 now. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee, and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The Jets offense ready to go in this battle of New York. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Now the Jets going to use the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. They go play action now. Wilson. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. 2nd down.
Well, this is a half where not just the coverage, but the entire defense is setting the tone in this game.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Wilson. And bringing it in, it's Davis. 4 seconds left, and there's the timeout. In field goal range and a chance to tack on 3 before intermission. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. This a 43-yard attempt. Zerline's kick is up and through, and that will do it for this first half. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. The Jets going to get the football first, and they trail as well as we get back underway in this second half. No run back here to begin the half, and we will start at the 25-yard line. The Jets offense ready to go in this Battle of New York. A CD, they certainly know the hole that they face as they begin the second half. They have to do what precious few teams have done in NFL history. That's try to come back from a 4-possession deficit.
And partner, you know, as that team gathers, they're saying to each other, you never say never, right? Because if you're on an NFL roster, that's how you have to think. You can always come back and win a ball game. And let's face it, we saw a certain Super Bowl.
He's got a man, complete. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. Now Wilson on first down.
Oh my God,
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today.
Where the fuck is this pressure?
Partner, I see you reaching for a white flag. Put it down. I don't want you throwing it, but I understand why. Because if you do, you're hoping they might actually stop this game because we're in blowout territory right now. That interception just surrendered any momentum they built up in the locker room during halftime. So game plan, it's in the garbage. Time to try something new in this one.
Running again with Barkley on second down. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. Again, it's Barkley. And a pretty nice tackle there, ranging up from his free safety spot as he'll stop him about a yard short. They'll run with Barkley. And he's got the first down yardage as he brings this up to the 47. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down. Jones fakes the give to Barkley. Being chased out left.
Yeah,
and that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's second down.
Oftentimes when you're losing a game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Off play action. Jones. Catch made by Slayton. And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line. 7th play of the drive now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. Now the Georgia Southern man. It's and he's just
oh my God. Have this nigga
stop. They run forward, and this will depend on the mark. I'm not sure he pushed the line forward. And indeed, he did not. They stop him. The Giants go on 4th, but come up empty. And the Jets are going to get the football back. The Jets offense ready to go in this Battle of New York. As this offense takes the field against CD. Remember, last drive, they were moving the football, but then they threw that costly interception, so we'll see if they can right the ship here on this drive.
And doesn't that just sum up football? We see it all the time, don't we? The defense goes from losing the battle to making a huge play and stealing the momentum. So you know they're riding high right now, and they're ready to challenge this offense and that quarterback one more time.
And we'll see if the offense is up for that challenge here as things start to get more interesting here in this second half. Throwing again on second down. Wilson. He's got a man, complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. On 1st and 10, it's Hall. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well. They went counter there offensively, and a couple of defenders were on skates for a second.
They certainly were, and you know what offensive linemen love about the counters and the misdirections? Sometimes you don't even have to block the defender.
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. First down, a bit of a disaster, and now on 2nd and goal, back even further. In motion right is Wilson.
Can't wait this shit off.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Wilson. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
I know conventional wisdom says, hey, don't get it all back in one play. But sometimes you go ahead and try to. They tried to get it all back on that one. Weren't able to do so.
Let's put them on the buses. Let's go. 48 Mike. So don't say nothing.
And now the Giants will stop play as they take a timeout defensively. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. 3rd and goal, trying to make that scoreboard at least a little more respectable. The slot man in motion right.
Don't know why he's got it. Go.
On 3rd and goal, Wilson.
Oh, I didn't mean to throw it that way.
And now here's another interception. Picked up by the USC
I had it open. I thought he was.
and the Giants are going to take over at their own 30-yard line. And you have to wonder, Charles, a game like this, 5 interceptions, what does this do to the psyche of a young quarterback?
Well, based on the fact that he's still out there and he threw a 5th interception, I'm wondering if his head coach believes that he's really strong mentally and wants him to play through it. Because otherwise, you need to get him out and fight another day, because this could leave lasting damage if he keeps throwing interceptions.
Second down, here's Barkley again. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. Now Jones, off play action. And this is caught. I think he got that with one hand. A good pickup there, a 22. Well, those backups on the sideline, they got to be eagerly anticipating the 4th quarter upcoming. Look at the size of the lead, how they're moving the football. This defense really struggling and giving up plays like we just saw.
Yeah, the Stars have certainly done all they've needed to in this one, haven't they? But my question is, will he be able to resist the urge to continue to run things up a bit and get his main guys a few bonus stats before he calls them off the field?
And again, the run defense stout this time. He maybe gets back to the line of scrimmage, but no more. The Giants on 3rd down, 3 for 7 so far in this game. This is going to be 3rd and 13. A run between the tackles with Breida. And some space here. And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown. Matt Breida, 47 yards. And the Giants have sewn this one up as they add to their lead here in the 4th. Gano the extra point, and this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. The kicking team out there for the Giants as they will send this one away. And this will be a touchback. Berrios deciding not to bring it out. The Jets offense ready to go in this Battle of New York. Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the... Wilson hit. It's loose. It's out. Fumble. Second time in this game, Charles, the ball is squirted out from his hands. Luckily, his teammate was there to pounce on it.
You're right. Got the lucky bounce, able to retain possession. You know, we often talk about the combine and why do we measure quarterbacks' hands. Is that really a big deal? It's for situations like this. Do you have the hands big enough and strong enough to hold on to the football while being jostled?
Throwing on 2nd and long. Wilson. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
3rd and long, it's Wilson. He finds his man, complete. It's Wilson. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. Now it's Wilson. He finds his man, complete. That's Wilson. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. Now Wilson. Oh, he dropped it. And that's
two difficult catches, and now
this one's gone. So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10. Throwing again here, Wilson. And he drops it incomplete, and their struggles continue here.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
Now play number 7 of the drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 10. From the gun, it's Wilson. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Davis. Here we go. It's Wilson on 4th down. Here's a diving catch right side. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. Wilson will throw again. Got a man on the right sideline. That's Moore. Here's Wilson to throw.
Look at this shit.
And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Xavier McKinney. And the Giants are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. But with this advantage, this defense knew that passes were coming, and they stayed in position, Charles, and picked one off here in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, what a way to cap things off, huh? Because I think this is part of the game within the game. They see the scoreboard, they see what they can accomplish, and they went for it.
One play has them up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. They'll try and run some clock here with Barkley, and he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Back to throw. Jones. Throwing deep for Galladay. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Sauce Gardner picks it off. And the Jets are going to take over here up near the 40. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. The Jets offense ready to go in this Battle of New York. Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
Throwing is Wilson. Looking here for Smith downfield. And that is caught. Well, they're going to see this one to the end. They get a score, but pretty much an exercise in futility right now. Still down big. Zerline.
All right, game 4.
And they will cut this lead down to 25. Set now to kick this one away,
I get your confidence up,
and
cousin.
goes.
Gotta get the confidence up,
Out of the
man.
back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The other New York offense getting ready for their next drive. Now they are really in the driver's seat here, enjoying this lead late in the 4th quarter. The defense does have all 3 timeouts, but at this point, doesn't look like it's going to matter much. Throw left side to start the drive is complete. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. Now it looks like he'll throw here.
That time I fucking pass rush got the the 4th quarter we get a sack, bro. Oh my god.
After the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. Breida, he'll try the right side. And he'll take this
Wait to the 4th quarter to get a fucking sack, bro. Oh my god, I can't make this shit up.
Jones now. Throwing on 3rd and long. Escaping the pressure right. Got a man, Slayton. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. That was no 3rd and 2. That was 3rd
When
and
I do
16,
contain, I don't
but
get
they
it.
get the
He does get
conversion
paid.
anyway.
Check Mike 21, Mike 21, check Mike 21. Here we go, let's bring it.
On 1st and 10, Jones. This one goes out wide for Barkley. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a 2nd and about a foot.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
And they can't connect. Incomplete. That stops the clock with 3 seconds left, so probably one final play here in the 2nd quarter, barring a penalty. Play number 7 coming on this drive. It's 3rd and inches. And they'll send the tight end in motion left.
57's the Mike, watch 57.
These niggas better not switch, better not do no goofy shit.
Back to throw again. And this will be caught. Well, forget taking the knee. Some late gamesmanship here as they throw for
I don't know if you get a
touchdown.
crosser route on the
So
audible.
it goes from a 3-score to a 4-score lead here in the closing moments of the 4th quarter. And whether they got that bonus touchdown or not, it's been a pretty impressive performance.
And they did it with not much time left. But they took what little time was on the clock.
Wait till 4th quarter to get a fucking sack. Ain't that
Exclamation
something?
point on their win with that score.